What's up, guys? So check it out. I encourage what I call self-education or studying. All right, so I just want to give you an example of how I do it. This is one example of a study session I've had or I am having, or what my study sessions look like. And at this moment, I'm actually on this page right here, and this one, and this page right here. Okay, and this is like a rough draft, and I'll show you. So I'll start with like sketches, kind of, right? And then I'll use like rough drafts, and then I'll use like final drafts. This is more or less my final draft. And then, for example, let me see if I can do this real quick. All right, so I just learned this one, and with books as well. For example, I got a book right here, and with my phone and reading and taking notes, etc. So I just learned about this within the last few days, and let me see if I can get this right. So, for example, we got the abdominal aorta, we got the celiac trunk, then we got the gastric, the left gastric artery, then we got a esophageal branch. I may pronounce these wrong, but forgive me. Then right here where it says 6, this is a lesser curvature of the stomach. Then right here where it says 7, that's the right gastric artery, which connects to the left gastric artery. Right here where it says 8, that's the splenic artery, which goes all the way down here, and then it turns into the right here. It's the left gastro-omental artery, the left gastro-omental artery, and that comes down all the way here, and that's the right gastro-omental artery, and they connect. And this side of the stomach right here is called the greater curvature of the stomach, where you see a 12. This, as far as I understand, okay. And then this where I have a 10, this is the top of the stomach, and that's what they call the fundus of the stomach. This is the esophageal sphincter. Like I said, these words are very new to me, but I'm still learning. This area where the esophagus apparently and this part of the stomach connects. I forgot about this part of the stomach's name, but it's the esophageal sphincter, something like that. Anyways, continue. Right here is the common hepatic. This is called the hepatic artery proper. This is called the left hepatic. This is called the right hepatic. This is called the cystic artery. This is called the gastroduodenal. And then this is called the superior posterior pancreatico-duodenal artery. And that comes down and becomes the inferior posterior pancreatico-duodenal artery. And then right here, the gastroduodenal connects to the right gastro-omental artery, which then comes and connects to the left gastro-omental artery, which supplies this side of the stomach, which is with blood, which is called the greater curvature. Okay, then this right here where it says 21, that's the superior anterior pancreatico-duodenal artery, and then it comes down and it becomes the superior or the inferior anterior pancreatico-duodenal artery. I'm doing this without my notes. I do have my notes that has all these numbers. I'll show you those right now. And then they connect, and then they connect. The posterior and the anterior connect, and they connect to a artery called the superior mesenteric or mesenteric artery, I believe is the way you call it. And that's where they connect. Anyways, all these things I just learned one step at a time, with drawings, with notes. And I could tell you more about this. Like, for example, the left gastric and right gastric connect, and they supply the lesser curvature of the stomach. The left gastric supplies basically the superior part of the less curvature of the stomach, and then the right gastric supplies the inferior part of the less curvature of the stomach. And then, for example, the left hepatic artery supplies the left side of the liver with oxygenated blood, and then the right hepatic artery supplies the right side of the liver with oxygenated blood. Then the cystic artery supplies the gallbladder with blood, and I could keep going. I could keep going with more of this and telling you more. My point is, that's how I do it. That's how I do it. I just start, and I'm patient, and I love it because I like nutrition. Like I said, it all started with nutrition. I take notes about vitamins, about minerals. I also take notes about, other things like that. anyways, this is the one I'm on right now. I just stopped to make a video to give you an example. This is a rough draft. Eventually I'll get a more neat, complete draft. I have some sunflower butter. I have a banana. There was pumpkin seeds right there. And then here, I'll show you this real quick. Should be right here. And then these are the notes that connect to this picture. So if you see right here, number 23, you look here, number 23, that is the anterior inferior pancreatical duodenal artery. And now this one I was having a hard time pronouncing, number 4. So I'll just come over here, look at number 4, cardioesophageal sphincter. So I was calling it an esophageal sphincter. I believe this part of the stomach is called the cardiac. That's why this is called the cardio, but I think it might be the cardia esophageal. So that might have to be an A. See, so I'm gonna go double check that. However, this is how I learn. This is how I learn. I take, and then now I can just take all these numbers, I match them up with my picture. I use books as well. And then I use drawings. I make my own drawings. I use my phone. And I research on my phone through different sites, through YouTube as well, but also through just reading on my phone as well. And like I said, man, I got notes in all these. Okay, these things just keep going.